talking about trade, we're talking about tariffs, and on this segment today, we're going to talk about pushback. In politics, people push as far as they can and as hard as they can until resistance is met. And the resistance has shown up because President Trump is quite obviously not playing around. He has an agenda, it's scripted out, he knows what he's doing, and he's all about getting it done. But here comes the pushback. Let's listen to my senator here in the belly of the beast in Minnesota, Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Let me make this clear. Let me take it from Wall Street to Main Street. This is a Trump tariff tax. It is $4,000 tax for every family in America. $20,000 increase for a home, increase for cars, increase for groceries. We've got chaos going up, prices going up, but stock market going down, and yes, savings going down for average Americans. So whatever he says that he wants to negotiate, we got a win last night. In the U.S. Senate, 4 Republicans were willing to stand up to him, but only 4 when behind closed doors they keep saying to the Democrats, we agree with you. These tariffs are bad. We believe in capitalism, but they're not standing up to him. So we've got to do something in Congress to stand up to him, and the Republicans are in charge. They've got to do this. They've got to listen to their constituents right now. But I cannot tell you how chaotic this is in a market that was going well, when people were starting to invest again and they were buying things. And now look what he has done in one day.
Oh, what a difference it makes one day. What a difference a day makes. Senator Klobuchar, who comes with numbers that every household is going to spend 4,000 extra dollars, that cars are going to be more expensive. Well, let me give you a blast about that 4,000 extra dollars you're going to spend. That's a guess. And it was a guess that could have called it 8,000. They should have called it 80,000. It really didn't matter what number they picked because nobody knows what's going to happen. We're on the other side of a decision that has not been made in our lifetimes previously. Let me give you an example. Food's going to get cheaper. Yes, your food bill is going to go down. Eggs have already collapsed in price because of the efforts of the Secretary of Agriculture during the Trump administration. Yeah, they brought that egg price down right away. Gasoline prices are down 30, 40 cents a gallon here in the belly of the beast. How about cars? Cars. Yeah, if you're going to buy an imported Mercedes Benz, that car is going to go up in price. But when you cut the regulations and all the requirements that tie the hands of our domestic car manufacturers, it is quite possible that a car made here in the United States will go down in price. We just don't know yet how this is going to play out. And let me give you another one. When I was young, because we didn't have money then, I was young before President Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, closed the gold window, and created fiat currency, which was then financialized, and they poured all this money into the system through debt, and everybody got 2 cars, a house, a summer house at the lake house. Everybody went crazy with the materialism. And now how does that play out today? Every weekend, well, not every weekend, but a lot of weekends at my household, the family goes to Costco, where we enjoy shopping. Well, I don't enjoy it. In fact, we just had a fight around the table because I got a 15-year-old son, and mom said, "Of course he likes to go shopping." I said, "No, he really doesn't like to go shopping." Bring him upstairs. "Do you want to go shopping?" "No, I don't want to go shopping." Not everybody likes to shop. The people who are shopping are going to experience an increase in the price of goods sold if they're imported goods from Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia. And this is where most of the goods, China, where most of the goods that we find when we go shopping are manufactured. Price is going to go up. We might not be able to afford as much. And that's okay with me. We're so over materialistic as a people. We're so over materialistic. When I was young, we couldn't afford to do that. On Saturday afternoon, what I used to do was get in my car, fill up the tank with gas, and take a drive for 3 or 4 hours. We're in the car. The family was in the car talking to each other. It was a completely different kind of lifestyle. It was a less materialist lifestyle. So we don't know that every family is going to pay $4,000 more a year. Our energy costs aren't going to go up. Our energy costs are going to go down. Our food prices aren't going to go up. Our food prices are going to come down. Our taxes are going to come down. How can anybody predict what you're going to do? Are you going to buy the margarita ice maker for $80, manufactured by a Chinese company operating in Cambodia to avoid taxes in China, shipped on a Chinese manufactured boat to the United States, and then sold to you through Costco or Walmart? Are you going to have to buy that? Or could you just chop the ice up like we did for, oh, I don't know, forever? We spend a lot of money on a lot of things that clutter up our lives. It's okay to spend time out in nature. It's okay to focus on our well being. And that would be our physical, spiritual, and mental well being, as opposed to just our material well being. These are not bad things. We spend too much money on unimportant stuff. Unimportant stuff. It's okay if that declines somewhat. We are restructuring. It's okay that that stuff costs more money, because guess where that money is going to go? That tax, that tariff. It's going to go to pay down the debt and free us from debt slavery. But the pushback, Senator Klobuchar, oh no, lions and tigers and bear, oh my. Why is it lions and tigers and bears, oh my? It's because Amy Klobuchar is on the payroll of the globalist system. She is protecting a system of trade and debt issuance, which is not preferential for most American citizens. About 20% of the people, oh, they're good with this system. The rest of us, we're getting the short end of the stick. We're getting the shaft, but the pushback is coming. Let's listen to a little bit more pushback.
In the wake of President Trump's sweeping tariff announcement, an Iowa senator is now introducing legislation which would give Congress more authority to approve them. Senators Chuck Grassley and Maria Cantwell announced the bipartisan bill today. It would require the president to notify Congress of any tariff increases within 48 hours and include an explanation. The bill says Congress would have to pass a joint resolution of approval for the new tariff within 60 days. It also gives Congress the ability to end tariffs by passing a resolution of disapproval.
Chuck Grassley, Senator, Iowa, Republican? Republican, partnering up with Senator Cantwell of the great leftist state Washington. What an odd couple. Cantwell and Grassley. Doesn't that tell you who Grassley really is? A uni-party hack? He's not a Republican. He is a Republican in name only. And he's sponsoring legislation that would take the authority that President Trump is exercising away from him, so that the authority to change tariffs and duties would be returned to the Congress from whence it was seated. And why do I say that? Because if you look at Article 1 of the Constitution, Congress does have the power to regulate international trade. But over many years, because it was convenient for them, they ceded that power to presidential authority. Now we're going to see a epic fight brew up in the Congress. President Trump is the master at unmasking corruption. First, he unmasked the media. He unmasked the election system. He unmasked the Chinese. And he is soon to unmask the globalists hiding in the Republican Party or the Uni Party. And I'm here in Minnesota. I'm a Republican Party officer. I'm going to tell you, this state, this ag export state, yeah, we have 4 Republican Congress people, and we have a Minnesota Republican Party, and they are quietly and sneakily anti President Trump. So here comes a fight over these tariffs. Yes, this is going to be an epic throwdown that's going to determine the future of this Trump agenda to set us free from one world government, one world economy, and one world currency. President Trump knows exactly how this system works, and he's taking it apart piece by piece and brick by brick. But here comes the pushback led by a 92-year-old Republican senator from Iowa, Chuck Grassley, who rode into town 8 terms ago in 1981 when he entered as a freshman senator the same year that St. Reagan rolled into town. Yes, this is a Reagan Republican, a globalist, a Republican in name only, who is now leading an effort in the Senate, and there is a companion effort in the House to subvert President Trump's agenda, to knock it off its wheels, to end it, to actually thwart the leadership of a president who is in their own party. Here it comes. Strap them on, because this is going to be an epic fight.